Episode 8. Merry Christmas to everybody. We are 6 days away.
We're 6 days away, and I'm here to bring all the ho-ho-hos a Merry Christmas out there.
To all
Billy,
the
how you feel? To all the hos. Boats and hose,
boats and hoes.
pantyhose, whatever.
How many hoes? How many times you can say ho on a podcast?
I don't know. Before we get some kind of different rating, let's push the limits today.
Let's do
Ho,
it.
ho, ho.
Santa.
Merry Christmas. You've been kicked off the internet. Anyhow. So how are you feeling with just days away from Christmas, my friend?
Oh, dude, I'm so excited because, I get to, as a dad with little ones, 8 and 5, you get to live the magic, and it's a beautiful thing. And they are absolutely just off the walls excited. School's out and everything. So, it's going awesome, and I cannot wait.
So
How about
are they super pumped for getting off for a winter break?
Oh, Oh, yeah. No school.
Thinking about?
They're no school. They're able to sleep in, but do they? No.
No, not that age. There's no sleeping in.
They want to sleep in on school days, but why is that? Like, it's hard to get them up, but as soon as they can sleep in and we can sleep in.
Exactly.
Dad, mom, come play with me.
Let's be honest. It's more mom. Mom.
Oh yeah. Oh
mom.
yeah.
Mommy.
Oh yeah.
Mama. Anyhow, yeah. So Lauren's home from college for a break, and they're off like through almost the very end of January.
What?
At Miami, where she goes, they call it the J term, so people can actually take a term and go do a class.
Oh, nice.
It's obviously shortened. It's not a full semester,
but longer classes and shorter time. Okay,
knock out that time. Sorry, I gotta get all my beautiful locks of hair out of my face.
I love it. It's gorgeous.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie. This is not that comfortable. So we'll see how long this masked man can live on.
Yes, and this is for our listeners on all the wonderful streaming apps out there.
Yes,
the Apple and the iHeartRadio. Hey, why don't you come on over to YouTube as well? Do both. Download all the episodes. Obviously, we need to see that little ticker go up. But come over to YouTube and see this glorious beard that Tim has right now.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, I'm trying to keep up with Billy's all-time beard every day. I mean, it's hard, man. My beard's really short in real life. His is glorious and luscious. I just want to run my fingers through it because
I put a lot of care into it, and it's starting to the red is starting to fade and the white is slowly creeping in.
Well, dude, look at me. My whole beard's white.
I know, right? Oh my gosh.
This is for our YouTubers only. But just here for the beard. The things we go to do for you guys to make you feel like you're part of the season.
You know what I wanted to do, but I talked myself out of it. Okay, so like on TikTok for years, there's always like the bearded challenge where the guys would put glitter and Christmas decorations in their beard and have like little ornaments hanging and stuff. Can I just tell you? I wanted to do that, but my hatred for all things glitter, I couldn't do it. I could not do it. It's like on Peppa Pig. If you have little ones and they ever go to a Peppa Pig phase, like the kids love glitter. They want to play with glitter every time, and then they're like, you have to be very careful, and then it's everywhere. That's just how it is in real life. So every time we let the girls play with glitter, I mean, it is everywhere. I come out looking like a dang Seattle vampire for those Twilight fans out there. I hate glitter, so I didn't do it, and I'm sorry. I failed y'all, but
you did. You failed yourself first of all. Failed your family. You failed me.
I know.
So you also failed the strippers out there who are also using glitter.
But I, at least I don't have glitter all over my office that would be there for the rest of the eternity.
That is true.
You burn the house down and glitter's still there. It's like how it is. Glitter.
I haven't gone anywhere. Yeah. Glitter is the worst. It's the gift to every child and the nemesis to every parent.
It really is.
Well, we just had a holiday party for our company, our travel agency, which we haven't talked about yet on this podcast. We're going to get into a little bit of that this past weekend, so it was cool having a lot of our team in and having some fun, celebration, games, and food, and just building community. So that was a great time this past weekend as well.
Can I tell you, I cannot wait to do a sawhook party where there's a charcuterie, the famous charcuterie boards that y'all put together. Like,
hey, it's my jam.
The pictures, like, okay, I'm not even exaggerating this. The pictures I've seen of the legendary charcuterie boards that they put on are just, I mean, at all their like events, and I've yet to make a charcuterie board event, and I want to so bad because, oh my goodness, the cheeses, the meats, the pickles. I don't care about the olives but I could tell
we talked about that already.
Yeah, if Michelle was there, you would probably need to get a couple extra olives on that thing.
She'd be up in those olives. Yeah,
nobody else would get any because she's an olive hoe.
Oh man, she's down.
Yep. But man, oh dude, y'all do an excellent job on those charcuteries.
Thank you. Design is me. That's my jam. I love doing these. I've been doing them for a while now, but I can't take away credit from my helper elf Leslie, who helps me when I get overwhelmed with all the stuff I've got to place. She helps me place it and fill it all in.
So it looks beautiful and get it done, huh? Otherwise,
she's like, get moving. You've been cutting that slice of cheese for 10 minutes.
Yes. Otherwise, you're not good. Because you are just going to be like, oh, and then you got to talk yourself out of it because you got to get to it, man.
She says, "Man or women waits for no cheese." So
that's
cut
right.
it and move along. I don't think anyone's ever said cut the cheese. I take that back. Strike that from the record.
Strike. Stroke.
Nope. If you can already tell, we've already lost our minds
already.
we're just getting started.
We're just so excited about Christmas, y'all. Santa's coming. Santa's coming.
Woo! Ho, ho, ho. So, I think we've been hoed out.
I think we're done with the hose.
Well, there ain't nothing to it but to do it. Are you ready, my friend?
You better believe it. Let's get into all the everything, y'all.
All the everything, we've got it all. We've got it all, small, weird, or tall. So grab your snacks, sit back, don't stress, cause Tim and Billy talk about the randomness. Information prone to UFOs will take you where the weirdness goes. It's two guys talking way too loud about stuff that makes no sense, but we're kinda proud.
Well, welcome to the show today, everybody. We're so excited to have you here with us for another amazing episode of All the Everything Podcast, Holiday Edition. So we're here for the ho ho hos. As you know me, I'm one of your hosts, Santa Claus, aka Tim, joined by my well-dressed, beautiful hatted, gorgeous bearded friend, Billy Parchman. Billy, how you doing today, buddy?
Hey, Merry Christmas, Tim, man. How are you, sir?
I tell you what, I'm about ready to lose this beard.
I can imagine.
I don't know how Santa does it. Now I look like one of those Santa hobos.
Like the drunk Santas that, you look like a drunk Santa from, like, that gets kicked out of the Macy's parade.
I don't know what you're talking about. I look
by the real Santa
right now.
And then he takes over.
Again, this is only if you're watching this on YouTube, which you should definitely do to come
you should check us out. Yeah,
drunk Santa.
Check us out on YouTube.
Well, Billy, while I just robed my face here,
oh my gosh,
why don't you tell us what we're talking about today?
Well, guys, we are going all things Christmas. I mean, we're 6 days away. Woo-hoo. Santa's on his way. He's getting ready. He's getting amped, and he's going to come bring those toys, y'all. Yeah, so today we're going to be talking about all things Christmas.
I can't wait. I've been looking forward to
man,
this
it looks like you lost like 100 pounds right there, brother.
I did, and I gained it back in my hat.
You're a brand new man.
Are you digging the shirt?
Big Nick energy. I like it.
Big Nick energy, baby.
Yeah.
That's perfect for all those ho-ho-hos out there.
That's right. That's
who
right.
need some big Nick energy in their life.
That's it. That's Nick. Nicholas, Nick.
Yeah.
Nick.
Nick at night. Yep. But with all things Christmas, like Billy just teased and promised, we have a whole list of questions that we're going to ask back and forth with each other. We don't necessarily have like huge topics or big stories, but I think we're going to have some good laughs, some stories that come out of these questions.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
And I think it's time just to jump into it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to kick us off with the questions.
Okay, come on.
Are you ready? Are you ready, my host?
I'm ready. Ho ho ho!
For all the ho ho ho's out there, here we go. I said here we go. Gosh, that was bad. All right. First question, Billy. We're gonna go. We're swinging for the fences right out of the gate here.
Okay,
Best
come on.
Christmas present ever. Best Christmas present ever.
Best.
Now, I mean, when I say that, I'm talking about even if you can go back to your earliest memory as a child or as an adult. What's been your best Christmas present ever?
Oh my gosh, there's been some great ones. Because can I just tell you, like my mother, she went all out. Like she did everything she could to make sure my sister and I had an amazing Christmas. Even like the years we didn't have, a ton of money.
Right.
She always did an amazing job. Just wonderful gifts. My dad once gave me a car for this is not my favorite gift.
Wait a minute. You got a car and this is not your favorite gift?
Well, it was a 1989 Honda Civic hatchback, which, when you're 16, it was the Christmas after I turned 16. It was my first car.
Hold on one second. What year did you receive it in as opposed to what year it was?
Okay, so I was born in 83.
Yeah.
And 16 years after that. So what year was that?
99.
99. Gosh,
so it was about 10 years old when you got it.
It seemed a lot older than that, though. But I did have a Sea-Doo, and
you had a Sea-Doo? Wow.
Which was almost bigger than this. Wasn't a Christmas present, but I pulled that Sea-Doo, which was bigger than the car, on a trailer on that little 1989 Honda Civic hatchback. Man, oh, dude. But yeah, no, that was a great present. So my parents made sure we had awesome Christmases. But my favorite present of all time, the most memorable, and this is a Sunday school answer, but that's okay.
Yes.
There was this older couple that lived just down in the cul-de-sac from us growing up, and they, when I was a child, like 7 years old, they took me to church with them, and for that Christmas, 1992, was I 7 then? No, that was 9. I might have been 9. Okay, so yeah, 1992 is when I got it, because I remember they gave me my first ever Bible, and they had my name imprinted on the front. It was a leather bound.
Oh yeah,
Bible, nice. And they had Billy Parchman right there on there. And man, can I tell you that I love that Bible? I didn't know how special that Bible was when I first got it.
Right.
But that became the best Christmas present that I ever had.
Nice. I love
and
that.
I know that's kind of a Jesus-y, which is fine.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Sunday school. But oh my goodness, just they gave me the Word of God. And I grew to appreciate that, thankfully. So yeah, that was mine. How about you, man?
So let's just get right to the beginning. Jesus is the reason for the season.
That's right.
First and foremost. So obviously that gift is the best gift. And we'll get into some more of traditions with things like that as for me and Hamill as we move on. But growing up, we didn't have a lot of money either, but they still made the Christmases the best they could. There was 7 kids in my family too, on top of that. And I'm the middle kid, so that means I just got whatever the people had the year before for Christmas. That's what my gift was, the hand down Christmas presents. So yeah, I have a couple answers. There was one time where we got it was for G.I. Joes, because that was a big deal growing up in the 80s.
Yes,
the G.I. Joe toys, and it's hard to say this is my best gift ever. It's the one I loved. I really enjoyed it. It was the big SR-72 Blackbird plane, and that thing was like. Ooh. Massive, and I remember seeing it on the commercials and the kids running around playing with it, and I was like, because I want to be like the kid in the commercial who wasn't poor. I'm like, if I could get that, that would be an amazing toy. So I got that for a Christmas gift. Is it my favorite gift ever? I don't know, but it's one of the ones I remember younger that I enjoyed. And then quickly, what I enjoyed as an adult about 3 years ago. If anybody doesn't know this already on the podcast, we really haven't talked about it, but I am big into fitness. I do fitness instruction and weight loss and stuff, which we're going to talk about in the new year. It's a big part of my life and stuff. And I always followed Shaun T, who was like the creator of Insanity, and he has all these amazing programs and stuff like that. So I followed him for years, and a lot of my weight loss was in result to him. Anyhow, Leslie got me this special package at in New York City. It was a live workout with Shaun T, a meet and greet, Q&A. We got to go to a club with him the next night, have all these fun things. It was a little creepy because I was the only person going. I didn't know anybody else there, but you know, you just kind of join through that. So that was a fun gift I didn't expect. I didn't think that was even on our radar. So I'm very thankful for that opportunity.
Yeah, I remember you doing that and how excited you were, how cool that was for you, man. Heck yeah. That's awesome.
It was really cool. I mean, you go excited to get your butt kicked by Shaun T for a workout.
I know, right?
Happened, but anyhow. Yeah, so those are my two. Childhood, adult.
Awesome. Yeah, that's fantastic, man. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, so our next question. What is your favorite holiday or Christmas tradition?
So we have a lot of them. We have a lot of them, but if so we don't have time to list all the ones we like. If I'm gonna pick like what's my favorite is on Christmas Eve. Because we always do Christmas Eve with my side of the family, my parents, all my brothers and sisters, which are 10,000 people and all their kids.
Oh yeah. And
so that's always a big thing. But then when we get home, we always make the kids go up to bed early. I mean, now they're older, so it's harder to control, but I'll just give it like the base tradition, right? I'm not putting an age limit on this. They have to go to bed. We talk about a time the night before about the phrase we always used at home was when feet hit the floor. When were they allowed to get out of their beds?
Okay.
To be able to go down. Because, you know, as being a parent, if you don't set any kind of rule, those kids will set it for you, and they will get you up at like 4 a.m, 5 a.m. to go get those Christmas presents. So if you're a parent out there, you've gone through that. So we'd set a time, and then Leslie and I would then go. So what we would do is we put a baby gate at the top of the stairs, so we knew if the kids were trying to get down or not. And I would wedge it in there really tight, so it'd be hard to unclip it. So that was like our security system up there. Then we bring all the gifts up, lay them out, separate them out, do all those fun things. And Leslie and I, we started this really early on. Once we had kids, we give our Christmas stocking to each other on Christmas Eve.
Okay.
So we'll fill it up with all our goodies and things that we love. And then that's like our exchange that night. We give those stockings to each other so you have time to enjoy the gift. Maybe it's a drink or whatever. Then we always had to reassemble them, put them back with the other stockings. And then that way the next morning the kids just get into theirs, and they're always like, "What's yours?" I'm like, "Oh, we'll get to them later. We saw it last night." We've already seen them. That kicks off for me the first of the 24 hours of the Christmas Story on TBS. And I'm here with my Fragile leg lamp coffee mug. Now listen, if you're on YouTube and you're seeing this prior to Christmas, you're a lucky person, because I only bring this out on Christmas Day.
This was special. Yeah.
This is special. And there's some special things going on. We'll talk about those a little bit later. Yeah. But that, I mean, like I said, we got a lot of traditions, but that's one of my favorite. Now as the kids get older, we still have a feet hit the floor time now, but it's much later now that our kids are 23 and 21. Nobody's getting up at 6 a.m.
Yeah. It's like, but feet on the floor is when they're older like that. It'd be like, I need you up by 9 o'clock just so we don't waste the whole day.
Now, if it was up to my son, he's like, let's do 10. But my daughter Lauren, even though she's 21, she's still giddy for Christmas morning.
Oh, is she? She's out there.
Oh, she's like, how about 8? And we're like, how about 8:30? And Luke's, how about 9? It's like, you know, can I hear a 2 and I get a 3? They go back and forth with that. But this will be the first year that we won't. Well, we didn't live together last year. Luke was in New York, but Luke doesn't live here at our house. He lives in an apartment about 5 minutes away. And so we were trying to figure out where he was to stay, because we had his bedroom remodeled. It's now my wife's office upstairs. So
he lost his room. That was where the office. I saw her office is awesome, but that was Luke's room. Oh man, dude.
Yeah. So we were like, how are we going to do this? So I think he might actually come spend the night on Lauren's floor in her bedroom just so we can be here in the morning because we make him sit at the top of the stairs and we'll all those things. So it's going to be a different thing this year. They're going to be in the same room. So she might wake him up way earlier than he bargained for.
I love it. I love it.
So same question for you, Billy. What's your favorite holiday/Christmas tradition?
Oh man, we just love looking at Christmas lights.
Mm-hmm.
That's like one of our biggest things. And there's a neighborhood down the way. And when I talk about that's the neighborhood, like you go look at Christmas lights, you go, if you want to go trick or treating, you got to go early because
okay.
I kid you not, the neighborhood's about a mile away from us. We're on the same road, just down the road, but about a mile away. I kid you not, when we were trick or treating in our neighborhood, traffic's backed it to a standstill past our neighborhood every year because people are trying to get into. They're trying to get in there, and there's nowhere to really park, and so everybody's kind of waiting because that's the place to trick or treat, but that's also the place to go look at Christmas lights, and so we love just going to. We drive down there. And then we, Coach Saban lives right down the road from us, and so we have to go drive by Coach Saban's house and wave to Miss Terry. And
what is wrong with you? Everything about Nick Saban. Is he really your true God? It sounds like
no,
that's all you
not
talk
at
about
all.
Nick Saban.
No, not at all. Not even close. But I do love the man.
I'm kidding.
I know it. But yeah, no, we drive down there, go look at all the lights. Because I don't know if you know this or not, he lives in a really nice neighborhood as well.
I could imagine he probably does.
Yeah, right on the lake. But yeah, we just love doing that. That's one of our favorite memories every year. Is to get in there. We'll have some cocoa and drive around. Yeah.
Are you gonna use the new tool that we talked about last episode?
100%. I told the girls about that. Chloe was amped. Lily's like, I don't want to do it, but I'm going to make her do it because if she doesn't do it and Chloe makes all these awesome awards,
it's going to be a fight.
She's going to get sad when Chloe gets to put all the awards in the different mailboxes. And so, yeah.
If you don't know what we're talking about, you got to go back to last week to listen.
You got to go back and listen. Hit that.
We're not giving away
button.
The goodies for free. Yeah, we're not giving them away for free.
But yeah, that's part of looking at the Christmas lights this year. Tim's excellent idea that he did with his kids. But I'm not going to tell you what it is. But yeah, you can kind of piece things together or just go listen to the last episode.
That is true.
Yeah.
All right, moving along here. This one could be quick and fun, but favorite Christmas songs.
Oh my gosh.
Give me a couple.
Okay. Let's go with Rocking Around the Christmas Tree.
Yes. Classic. Brenda Lee.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like, let's see, Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer.
Yes.
That's a classic.
It is a classic. And do your kids have a favorite one?
Okay. So our radio has been set to Christmas songs since way before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
They had Halloween songs for quite a while, but then as soon as that was over, straight into Christmas. And so we get that Mariah Carey. That lady makes her money.
Oh boy, does she ever.
And December. Could you imagine just the residuals on All I Want for Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Man. But
she's making money on that.
She is making some bank. And she recorded that 30 years ago?
Yeah, it's crazy. If you think about the residuals too for all the other songs you just mentioned, from all these old things, I think their families are now making the residuals because I don't think most of these people are alive anymore. R.I.P. to all the old school singers for Christmas tunes that we all know and love now.
But Reliant K, which is it was a early 2000s Christian pop punk band. Reliant K had put out a Christmas album that I absolutely loved. And they had this one song on there that was a little bit more serious than the rest. But oh my goodness, we listened to that the other day and I was just living my college days. I loved Relient K. But yeah, that's the whole album's awesome. But yeah, there's some great ones out there. How about you?
I'll give you a couple. I love all the Pentatonics Christmas albums.
Oh, so good.
They're so fun to listen to.
Gosh.
Are you familiar with the the acapella group Straight No Chaser?
I haven't heard them.
They've got a great. They're really funny and serious at the same time, and they're really good. So one I would suggest you guys listen to is the Christmas Can Can. It will get in your head forever. The Christmas Can Can.
Okay.
Your girls would love that. Listen to Christmas Can Can by Straight No Chaser. So I love anything from them. Obviously, I love Mary Did You Know? That's a great one.
That one.
There's so many to pick from, right? It's hard to pin down.
Yeah.
And then the one I like to laugh at the most every year is the 12 Pains of Christmas. Now, have you heard 12 Pains of Christmas?
Okay, the 12 Pains. I don't know if I've heard that one.
Okay. I also say go listen to the 12 Pains of Christmas. It used to be on the radio all the time. It's hilarious. They do the 12 pains instead of 12 days, and all the things they go through are just really funny. So for a good laugh, 12 Pains of Christmas, along with all the other serious ones.
Do you remember the back in the 90s, I want $1,200, 11 pair of shoes, 10 fingernails. Like you.
I do actually. Not until you just did that. I didn't, but now I do.
Who did that? That's gonna bug me. I'm gonna have to look that up after the podcast.
I have no idea.
But yeah, 5 months free rent.
Yeah.
All right, Tim. Our next question, buddy.
Okay.
Did you ever go and sneak around looking for gifts before Christmas?
No, I did not. Because we never usually had a lot of gifts early. My parents used to do a lot of the shopping late, like when my dad would get paid because he was a pastor, and they'd always give him like a big lump of money for Christmas, right?
For Christmas, yeah, I had to wait for the Christmas bonus. Yeah, I got
you.
You.
So usually, anyhow, they'd be out shopping either Christmas Eve or days before. So we never really did that ever. Even as an adult, I don't care to know what I'm getting. I'd rather just be surprised because Leslie's all the time like, "Don't look at that box. Don't look at this." I'm like,
wow.
Girl, we've been married 26 years. When have I ever went searching for presents? I'm not going to look in the box.
Yeah.
You don't look in the box. Yeah. All right. But no. And I'm fairly certain our kids never have. They said they haven't. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do I believe them? Do I not believe them? That's for God to know and me to find out later at a later date. So.
Maybe on your deathbed, they'll tell you the truth.
They'll tell you the truth.
Yep.
All right. So right back at you.
Yeah.
Were you a sneaky sneaker?
I did look around. I don't think I ever was successful. I guess my mom was just really, really good.
Oh, okay.
But I will tell you the story. One Christmas, just like when we were younger, my dad took me and my sister to Tennessee for actual Christmas. Like we woke up in Tennessee and did Christmas there. It was the only white Christmas that I ever had, like with the snow and stuff.
Right.
And so, yeah, we were in Columbia, Tennessee. We did our Christmas morning. But my dad took us Christmas shopping up there for our cousins.
Yeah.
And so he's buying all these toys that I want. And I'm like, getting so upset. Like, I wanted that Ninja Turtle whose back opens up and you can hide little ninja stars in his shell and close it up. Like, I just remember like these kids are getting everything that I want. And I believed it 100% that they were buying it for the cousins and stuff. And so, yeah, he did the entire Christmas shopping in front of me and my sister, getting it for our cousins.
Yeah,
but then come to find out, it all looked the same when we opened up, that morning.
And you forget all about the other stuff at that point.
You trickster, you trickster, you got me good.
Man, you got this for me and our cousins. How amazing!
It's like, hey,
you must be really rich.
That's a pretty good uncle right there, man. If you get all these toys for.
That's so funny.
But I never was really successful looking for.
But you did look.
But I looked, yes.
All right,
yes,
that's all we need to know in the court of popular opinion, then you're guilty. Okay. Moving on. I like this one. So, what's your favorite Christmas ornament on the tree?
Yes. Okay. It is not up this year, but
okay.
There's a reason. Because it's so special. And I have young kids. Not that they I was terrified when they were younger of things getting broken, but they aren't all up in the tree like they were when they were younger. But still, I didn't put it out. On Michelle and our honeymoon, we went to Disney World. Disney fanatics, like Disney nerds to the extreme. It's ridiculous. Every time we go to Disney, we buy Christmas ornaments. Well, we were in there getting a just married ornament made, personalized, and we're at the Magic Kingdom, and this sweet lady is doing our just married, and she goes, I want to give you something, and I want you to think of me every time you put it on the tree.
Okay.
And she gave us this beautiful glass ornament that had Cinderella's glass slipper inside of it.
That's cool.
And can I just tell you how special that, and literally every year when we're doing ornaments, even if we don't put it on the tree, I think of that lady and how sweet, and like the pixie dust, just giving just a simple ornament, but like that just meant the world to me. And then now, of course, you have handmade. I'm looking at my Christmas tree right now. You have handmade ornaments that are amazing that the girls have made.
Oh yeah, of course,
and stuff. And those will be forever awesome. But yeah, those are just some of the things there.
Those are cool. You? I like that. So I'm gonna say is I should say like the ones for our kids. We got the kid ones all over the tree. I should say it's the ones that say our first Christmas on it. I should say first Christmas in your new home. I should say that.
Right.
But here's what I'm going to tell you what my favorite one is. So Lauren, growing up, she was really into dance. She was on the dance team, did all the things. So we got her a little ornament. So it was a dancer. Well, something happened to it over a year and a half where the legs got broken off, or a leg got broken off.
Sure.
And I think a hand snapped off on it.
Oh, no.
And so she was upset about it. But then we just kind of made it into a joke. So, and what happens is we all have to leave the room, and Lauren hides the broken ornament in the tree somewhere. And whoever finds it wins. We don't really win anything. So that makes me laugh so hard every single time we bust it out, because even though Lauren's 21 now, we just set it up, about a month ago or a couple weeks ago. And she was like, all right, everybody leave the room. It's time to hide my one-legged dancer ornament. And shoves it into the tree somewhere, and we got to go dig for it. That makes me laugh. But we have a tradition thing. We've never done it before. We always say we're going to do it. We always never do. So maybe you can do this with your kids, Billy. Is we all can relate to having the back of the tree, right? Where you don't put your greatest ornaments.
Right.
It's like the back of the tree ornaments. Well, we have a thing that we want to make into like a Pixar show, a movie. The tree ornaments on the back, who one time they get picked to be the front of the tree for
the
Christmas
front
morning.
Stars.
How they're like the outcasts on the back. Like picture Toy Story, all these broken ornaments or ones that aren't so desirable who are on the back of the tree every year. That one of them gets to be called to the big show once a year and be put on the front for Christmas morning. So
that would make a great like Pixar short, like before,
I know, would it not? I mean,
yeah, that would be excellent. I like that idea. So we're expecting some residuals there.
Exactly.
Or you can be a sponsor. We'll put some ads on this podcast for you, Disney.
That is right. Yeah, we'll do anything. We're desperate.
Come on.
We'll sell our souls. Just kidding. Wink. Yeah, so we like doing that. So if you try that with your children, tell them one of the people on the back of the tree gets to be picked to be there for Christmas morning on the front.
They get to go on the front. I like that.
Because every year we say that, and we never put one on the front.
You never do it.
We always forget. And we're
there.
Like, dag nabbit, we blew it again this year.
Nabbit.
And the ones on the back are like, please, pick me.
Pick me.
I don't know how I just got Italian there with my hand. So pick me.
Yeah, it's Mario again.
He's back again.
He's back again. He was there for a little bit. Now he's back.
All right. What do you got for us next?
All right. Okay. So what is your Christmas Eve traditions? And do you leave out milk and cookies or even reindeer food?
Okay. I touched on this a little bit before. Christmas Eve
Mhm.
tradition is with our side of the family. We come home,
Right.
put the kids up, and I'm not going to get back into that. So that's one of the part of the traditions.
Yep.
But we also always had put out milk and cookies for good
Mhm.
old Santa Claus. I think we only did the reindeer food every once in a while. We weren't very big on feeding the reindeer all the time because
Sure.
sometimes they left the food behind, and I could tell they didn't like it. So our reindeer food game was off. So we got it a little bit
Okay.
better as they got older.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Santa he demands those cookies and milk. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
when I can't imagine. I know how tired I am after a day of cleaning my house. I can't imagine, flying all over the world delivering gifts all night. How tired you must be. You need some sustenance.
You need some calories. You need
Some
some
calories
energy.
and some of that
Mhm.
sugar and hot cocoa or milk. Is hot cocoa something people leave out for Santa? I don't know.
I never
It's
have
always
because
okay.
it
So
would
it's
be
just
cold cocoa by the time he came.
that's true because you don't ever know when Santa's going to pop in, so you got to be ready.
Mhm. And everybody's gotta be asleep, so
Yeah, everyone has. He knows when you're. He knows when you're sleeping.
yeah,
He's watching.
he knows when you're awake. He knows
Yeah.
if you've been
So
bad or good.
be
So,
good for
for
goodness sake.
goodness sake.
And Santa
Yep.
does have. This is for our YouTube people only. He has helpers like Dwight,
The
the
white
elf
elf.
from The Office.
I love it.
His poor hat's falling off. So anyhow, but again, we do have a lot of the traditions I talked about already for Christmas Eve. The things we do with
Yeah.
with Leslie and I and the kids and the feet hitting the floor and all that fun stuff. What about you, my friend?
Yeah, we definitely put out some cookies. We do bake some.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like from scratch, but it's the ones you heat up in the oven.
Oh yeah. We've been through both of those. Yeah.
Yep. So we do make those. We leave out his milk. We have a special little plate for Santa. We have a special
Oh,
little
that's
mug
nice.
for his milk, and we do have a special little plate for the reindeers that we leave carrots out. And
Oh,
I guess
okay.
he has been making them eat their vegetables, so
Good.
they'll leave some crumbs and some evidence behind. Normally,
Mhm.
is what they do. And Santa will probably eat a little bit more cookies than he probably should, but yeah.
Just one
So
night.
just one
I
night,
mean,
right? And
that's
I mean,
only
he
50 million
is putting in
calories.
the work to burn it off. So
Oh yeah.
calories in, calories out. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
yeah.
100%.
So yeah, but we also like to put out this magic reindeer dust in the yard so that the reindeers know that they can land there safely. And it's just a whole bunch of
Please tell me
it's
you don't
not
make them dance around in glitter, do you?
it's not glitter because
Oh,
my
good.
hatred of all things
Yeah,
glitter.
okay. I was making sure.
But it is like little shiny, like I don't even know, confetti almost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we put it in our backyard, just so that the
Oh,
wind
good
isn't
idea.
blowing it. Yeah, so the wind's not blowing it into the neighbors, and the reindeers park there instead because we want them to park at our house.
That's smart thinking, taking care of Santa.
Yeah,
He's got to know where to go, all right?
Got to get that reindeer. Put some little oats and different things for them to munch on as well out there. But
I love that. All right, so I have a serious question that has been talked about from adults to children for
Yes.
years and years and years. Is you
Mhm.
might say, like, listen, I don't have a chimney as a
Mhm.
child. How does
Mhm.
Santa get into my house? Or if you do have a chimney, we know he does go down the chimney, right?
Yeah.
So in your house currently or growing up, did you
Mhm.
have a chimney for Santa to get into?
Yes, we have a chimney here.
Okay.
At our house now. We did have one growing up as well, but we did have to close it because we had like a squirrel issue at some point. And so my grandpa just, they never used it, so he boxed it up. He closed it all up, and I was really worried about that until I watched the Santa Claus with Tim Allen. We talked about it a little bit last week. But,
Oh yeah,
but just the magic of old Saint Nick and the way he gets in when there isn't a chimney.
Yeah. No, I mean, growing up, we had the same thing, no chimney. And, there's a lot of people who say they leave the front door open for Santa.
Yeah.
And they just let him walk on in.
Why not? Hey, make it easy on the man.
Exactly. Some people he likes to use the magic at the house to get in. But sometimes if he knows ahead of time from the parents in a safe way to leave the door open for Santa to come in, and deliver the gifts. And so that was a situation growing up here. We don't have a chimney. And so my daughter, who is always very inquisitive, I'm sure you know that feeling, has lots of questions. And, that's what we were able to share with her, that, we do leave the door open for Santa. Now, on the flip side of that, she wanted to make sure that Santa locked it on the way out. And I said, oh, he does.
Yeah.
He just makes sure that everybody's safe.
Yeah, he knows what our security code is for the alarm system because I don't think he needs it because he's like a ninja. He can go past the motion detectors without being detected. He's just that good. But
he's definitely that good.
He knows what it is, and he'll set it again. He's got access to the app. Whoo!
Good. It's good to know. Yeah. Now I have a really serious question for you right now, Billy.
Okay, come on.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready for it, man.
Can you name all the reindeer?
Oh, I wasn't ready for that, man. But to answer your question, Tim, there's Dasher and Dancer, Prancer and Vixen.
Tell me more.
Comet and Cupid, Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most magical, famous reindeer of all?
Who is it? Rudolph,
the red-nosed reindeer.
If you want to see us dancing awkwardly, come to YouTube. Got it all going on.
Can you?
I guess you do know him.
Yeah. Hey, can you name all 7 dwarfs?
That's not the same thing. All right, that's a different podcast.
Different for a different time. Yeah,
for a different time. That's good. Because I could not name them that fast. So that's the reason that question was for you and for you that. Only. Yep. Now, I'll get into another quick one. You've kind of answered this a little bit, but when do you start listening to Christmas music? When is it? When does it start in your house?
Yep. Like I said, as soon as Halloween is done, man, I mean, they're trying to listen to it even before that. And I'll let them do The Nightmare Before Christmas because that plays both ways.
Sure.
So that's kind of like our bridge. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I got my yearly Apple Music, how they do the Spotify, your highlights.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, Nightmare Before Christmas soundtrack was up on that list. It made a few appearances.
I bet.
As did Taylor Swift, which I like Taylor. She's sweet. I saw her before she was even famous, like when she was first starting out and everything like that. But my girls love Shake It Up, Shake. They love that song.
Yeah, if you want some of that dancing moves, come check us out on YouTube.
But yeah, that's that made my top song of the year, Taylor.
Love it.
And I was thinking that, my anthem was going to make it, and Taylor beat it by 3 listens. And so she got the top spot and the highlight of my video of the year.
Nice.
Recap. Yeah.
Go Swifties.
Yep. #GirlDad.
Yeah, really.
How about y'all? When do y'all start listening to that?
Now, my family, I talked about this last episode, so you can check out their strictness on things, but they always hated it. I mean, now they don't ride with me everywhere because they drive their own things. They would give me crap if I played it before the day after Thanksgiving. And then,
the day after Thanksgiving?
The day after that Friday, Black Friday.
Oh my goodness.
Same thing with putting up the tree. Even though I could do what I want to do, I still, you still bend to your children's needs and your family's wants and desires. But so yeah, once the day after Black Friday starts, it's Christmas music in the car all the time. Even to the point they're like, seriously, Dad, we've heard this same song. I'm like, well, buckle up because it's about to get crazy up in here. And I dance around the car and I just take it all in. So I just love Christmas music. Yeah. But it's for a season, right? I don't like listen to it all year long. I try to save it for the magic of the season.
Yeah, yeah. So, what was one gift, or if there's any gifts that you wanted from Santa but never got?
Oh, that's a great question. Santa's so good about bringing everything that you want, but sometimes you don't always get everything, right? You can't have it all.
Right.
And so, and Santa leaves room for parents to buy gifts too. So he doesn't want to give everything that he
absolutely
could.
Yeah.
But something, let's see, that I wanted really bad from Santa, never got. I guess that was going back to being a child and I think it was. Oh no, actually, forget the child thing. It was as an adult when the Wii came out, Nintendo Wii
yes.
for Christmas. But actually, I did get it, but it was a delayed story. And I'll tell you a quick story real fast. I really wanted the Wii so bad, but when they first came out, you could hardly find them anywhere. So like if you found one and you want it, you better get it then.
Yes.
And so we didn't have a ton of money, but this is when we were married and we had kids. And I was at a Target with the kids, and there was a Wii there. And I called Leslie. I'm like, "There's one here." They said I can get it. They said, and she's like, "I'm sorry, we just can't afford it. You can have it." And I was so devastated. But on the flip side, she had already bought me one, and she felt bad that she got to keep lying to me all Christmas season long.
No. Oh no.
It making me feel so defeated. I thought there was no way we were ever getting one of those, but so I guess I did get it. I just didn't think I was. And then growing up, it was the Nintendo, the original Nintendo NES system. I wanted that. I never got it, but I like the story as an adult a little bit better because I can remember feeling so defeated in that Target line where the lady was holding it for me and I couldn't buy it. But Leslie did come through for me. She had one for me. She just couldn't tell me. So
that's great. That's great.
What about you?
Can I tell you one fail?
Sure.
On my part, Santa had left some money for a new playground, like a play set, like in the backyard, swings and like
that was
tree
nice.
house. And so he left this nice note for the girls on the window. He taped on the window with a picture of it, and he left the money for gave it to us, and then
sure.
Just never. Daddy dropped the ball and just never got it. It's still to this day. This was 2 years ago. They're not really upset. I just told, you know what? Daddy used that money on our nice cruise that we went on, but Daddy will get you one. It's not Santa's fault. Santa gave us the money for it.
You are a bad Santa, Dad.
Daddy didn't want to buy it when it was cold and have to put it up when it was cold. And so Santa left the gift card for it to go get it, whatever.
So did Santa lose his faith in you a little bit as a partner?
Maybe he got put on the naughty list. I'll have to go talk to Tally the elf at the Christmas parade at Disney World if y'all are on TikTok and have seen Tally. Naughty with his southern drawl. Naughty
drawl.
Yep.
Oh God. That is a sad one, but a funny story.
Yeah, but they're not upset about it, and that's kind of why. I mean, they're cool, thankfully, but that's on Daddy. That's not on Santa.
Don't you worry, Santa. Daddy messed up. All right, so
I need to go get that.
Yeah, you need to go build them a play set after this podcast for sure. All right. We always talk about food. It usually ends up going there at some point.
Oh my gosh.
What's your favorite holiday/Christmas food?
Well, we basically do a whole like Thanksgiving part 2.
Oh, okay.
And like, the food differences, like growing up, we always did like the exact same meal because we had like all the things at mine.
Yeah.
With Michelle's side of the family, they always did turkey at Thanksgiving and ham on Christmas.
Yeah.
And we always did both on both,
Yeah.
And so I end up just making me, like I said, on the Thanksgiving one, you can go back and listen, but I make a little small turkey breast crock pot thing for me, so I can have it on, on Christmas as well. But we do that ham, but they also do deviled eggs on
I love
Christmas
deviled eggs.
and not Thanksgiving.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so this year, me and Chloe, I made some deviled eggs. No, I take that back. I apologize. Michelle made me and Chloe some deviled eggs.
Okay, that's better.
Yeah. Because I wanted some and she wanted some. And so, yeah.
Well, if you make them for Christmas this year, you could put some food dye in them, make them red and green.
Yes.
How about that?
Yep.
I'm sure that no one's ever thought about that out there, so don't steal my idea.
Because they did make green ketchup at one point in life, and so you remember that green ketchup?
I do remember that.
It just looked too nasty. So I wonder if that's kind of like how the eggs would be. Just like, that's a little nasty. It tastes the same,
Yeah.
but it's nasty.
Yeah, I don't think I'd take it to a party, but maybe at home.
How about y'all?
Favorite holiday food. So I think of it less for me in this category. I don't think maybe like the main meal on Christmas Day. Which we do ham, like you mentioned. It's like a flip flop. We do like a honey baked ham for Christmas typically.
Yeah.
But I think of it more as like, for me, because I love sugar. I'm a sugar addict.
Oh,
I think about the sweet stuff. So I think about the cookies. I think about the store-bought cookies. I think about the ones we make at home. I just love lathering on all that icing. And like my wife and my daughter, they're like very intricate in making the designs on the cookie. And I'm like, just a ton of red, half green, shove it down my face. The cookies, I love the candy. I love the Reese's Christmas trees. I mean, you can't go wrong with any of the Reese things, but any of those kind of candies in that aisle, I can't get enough of during Christmas. And yeah. So again, we get the savory stuff, all the normal things, but I'm in it for the treats. Give me the sweets and the treats, and I'm all ready to go.
Well, it's a glorious day in the state of Alabama. Anytime that first shipment of the Little Debbie Christmas cakes come out.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They usually start appearing late October.
Yeah,
but it's a
come out way early.
It's a glorious day when those come out. Now
you're getting me thinking about those. Stop it.
I haven't had one this year, thankfully. But also sadly
for Christmas.
Yeah, but it's
ho ho ho.
Oh man, I could go for one, but if there's so many calories and like,
Billy, we're not talking about that for Christmas.
I know, but do you know how far I would have to walk?
I know. Just walk back to the store and buy another one, and
exactly. I should walk down to Publix, and then I can have my eat it, and then walk back, and I don't feel bad about it.
Or what you do is you walk down to Publix, you buy a box, you eat it there, just one.
The whole box?
No, just one.
Okay.
Throw the rest away, and you walk home.
Oh no!
And you can take one with you for the road home, and the
rest
of
I'll tell you what
throw out.
I would do. I would eat my one, and then our office is right across the street, and so I take it to the nurses, and so
okay,
you go. Treat them.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself. Okay, so our next question, Tim. Okay, did Santa give the best presents, or did your parents give the best gifts growing up?
And can I answer that as parents now as well as being a parent?
Absolutely.
Okay, I just want to make sure we're answering the right questions here.
Yeah.
So growing up, my dad's a pastor. We come from a Christian home. So really, they never taught us to believe in Santa. I mean, it was Jesus is the reason for the season. That's it, period. So we were one of the families growing up who we didn't have the belief in Santa, even though he was out there and taking care of other families.
Right.
We more celebrated Jesus and the blessings we got from him and the money to my parents to buy us gifts, right?
Absolutely.
So it was easy on that end because all our gifts were really from our parents and that blessing. But growing up as adults and having our own family, our kids, they love Santa. Santa brought all the toys all the time and still does bring some beautiful gifts for the kiddos.
Yeah.
But we traded off with Santa. We said, okay, why don't you bring one or two good things and we'll do the rest from us as the parents.
Absolutely.
And so we had that agreement with Santa. He brought a couple good things for our kids, and the rest of the things we brought for our family because we wanted to show our kids we worked hard all year and saved up some money to spend some beautiful time and some things on them and celebrate it that way.
That's beautiful.
So that's how we did it growing up and how we do it now for our family. What about you in both regards?
Yeah. Santa would always kind of bring like a bigger one growing up. But for us now, we've asked Santa to, just leave, just maybe a couple little things
for
them. And then, we'll get the rest. And then, that way Santa, like you said, like there's some families that don't celebrate and those kids might not get a lot, I don't want other kids to think, okay, why did Santa bring this toy to this person and not
right?
So we had this conversation with Santa. He knows he's good. respect. You know what I mean.
Yeah, sure.
If that makes sense to the parents out there. So majority leave a couple little things, Santa. That's great.
Yep.
We'll take care of the rest on our end here too. So yeah, it's kind of
I
how
like
we
that.
roll with it. Yeah.
Because the less that you ask from him, that he can give more to some other kids.
Yeah, absolutely. So
all right.
Yeah.
Good question. So along these lines, are you a Black Friday, Christmas Eve, or buying all year shopper? So where are you in that neighborhood? How do you shop?
100% buy all year.
Okay.
Like, and this is Michelle. This is not Billy. But yeah, we're not like last minute shoppers. She'll buy things and she'll hide them. They are hidden. And so I know where they're hidden, but I still don't see them. So that's how good she is. So
she is good. Then she is a ninja.
She is a ninja. And then there has been some times where I gone to CVS on Christmas Eve late, right before closing to get Michelle some like little stocking stuffers, even though she didn't want them. She, like I said before on a different podcast, she does not like gifts. She wants to buy things for herself when she wants them.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want me to, just buy something that she might not want. And I'm okay with that. And can I just say, for all the ladies that, I used to date, like, that was like a spiritual gift for me. It's like, I was excellent. I was an excellent gift giver. Like,
wait. Yeah, you can't just talk about your amazing wife on one hand and then
all your old girlfriend. I'm getting there. Now I'm bringing this together. Like,
all right, you're doing the weave.
Like, I was an amazing gift giver. Like, and that power that I had, that skill, that flirtation or whatever that comes with that, all it's like kryptonite to her. I'm like, I'm losing all of this.
I'm so sorry
this
to hear
goodness that I could do. I was excellent, but now I'm rusty. And so, because she doesn't want things, we'll go on vacation. So like me and her, we don't have like a lot of things that we open for ourselves.
And that's okay.
We buy things we want. Like I said earlier, this is my Christmas, this microphone that I'm talking into right now. That's what I wanted, because I wanted to sound amazing for you guys and have the best quality sound. And so this is my this is my Christmas present, and I'm cool with that. Like, I wanted to use it for the Christmas podcast, and so it's already assembled in there. And like I said, I'm gonna just put a little bow on it on Christmas Day and come in and be like, Merry Christmas to me.
Yay! Skip around the room. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah. But yeah, that mad skill. Ladies that got that, you're welcome. But that day is over.
Well, you can still buy gifts for me, and I'll
yes.
And I'll ooh and all at you all day long.
Oh, thank you. I need it. I need some oohs and ahs.
All right. That sounded really weird. I'll jump into me here for shopping. I don't have the discipline to shop all year round. Like, okay. I want to be that person. And I mean, I think there's been times where Leslie has probably bought things earlier, but we're not like January 15th out shopping for next Christmas because there's a deal. You know what I mean? But I'm definitely not a Christmas Eve shopper, or I don't know. I guess I do a little Black Friday, and I like to shop ahead of time. I like to be done. I'm usually done before like the first couple of days in December. So
yeah, okay.
So I'm not last second, but I'm not an all year shopper either.
Sure.
I don't have the discipline to wait, because I like giving gifts. So just having to wait a month, even from the beginning of December to the 25th, to give a gift, it kills me already. So
yes, yeah, and that's hard with me too. Like, giving, when I buy something awesome, like, I want to give it to them like right now. And so it's probably good that Michelle does a lot of the shopping, especially for the girls. Because if I want to buy them something awesome, I'm gonna be like, I gotta wait. But I want to give it to them now.
I know it's so hard.
Yeah, it's hard. So,
what do we have next, my friend?
All right. Oh, this one's a good one. If you could be a character in any Christmas movie, who would you want to be and why?
Love this question. So many possible answers.
Oh, yeah.
But I have to go back to my favorite Christmas Story. I think I would like to be the old man, not Ralphie or his brother Randy. The old man just seems to have the funniest parts of the movie. His crazy behavior, his attitude, his nonstop fight with the furnace, and the Bumpus's dogs next door, changing that tire on the side of the road, like all those things, and him with his fragile.
Fragile.
I've talked about it on another podcast before, but I love that movie. It makes me laugh so hard. So I would like to be the old man in A Christmas Story. Billy, what about you?
Yippee-ki-yay, mother. No, just kidding. No. No, I do not want to be John McClane because that'd
be pretty cool.
Kind of painful. That would be kind of painful. But no, if I had to go with, a Christmas character, there's so many great options out there. I think what I would do, I want to go Tim Allen's Santa Claus, and then I get to be the big guy. I'll do it for one Christmas. Come on, how magical would that be?
You got to be careful though. Once you step in with the Santa Claus, you can't just do it for 1 year.
You don't think so? You're not with this little wish. I can't do it just give him one.
Okay, for the wish of the show, yes, you can do it.
Yes,
1 year.
Well, now if it's forever, no, I'm going to be Buddy the Elf. What's your favorite color? So,
both good choices.
Yeah, both are great choices. But yeah, if it's for one Christmas and I get to do all the Christmassy magic and stuff, let's go with the big man, Santa Claus, Tim Allen.
I love it. I love it. All right. We're almost there, guys. We got a couple more things we're going to talk about before we wrap up our All Things Christmas podcast.
Right. What?
Are you ready for our next question?
Come on with it. What is it?
Okay. So the question I have for you is, what was the worst Christmas gift you ever received or you gave, or maybe you gift that you forgot to give out? Maybe you bought a gift like maybe your wife does throughout the year and then forgets to give it to somebody. So for you in that scenario, you can do it gift received, gift given, however you want to go with it.
Oh my goodness. Well, I think, okay, so the worst gift that I ever received. Okay.
I like laugh. I don't even know why. Go ahead.
I like this album. An ex-girlfriend when we were dating at Christmas time gave me.
You and these girlfriends, dude.
I know. She gave me a NSYNC Christmas time album, which I already had. I like NSYNC. I'm not saying the NSYNC part's the horrible thing, but I got it after Christmas, and it's a Christmas album, and because we did family stuff with Christmas, like. So I didn't see her on actual Christmas. This is my first like serious girlfriend in high school, like 10th grade or whatever. So I saw her after Christmas when I got an NSYNC CD, which was a kind thought, it's a kind of thought, but it was a CD I already had and it was after Christmas. And so technically I can't listen to it for a year.
Boo.
Yeah.
That's a letdown. That's a letdown. It's like when people give you a Christmas ornament on Christmas.
Yeah.
You're like, dude, come on. Now I gotta.
But like I said earlier, I am an amazing gift giver, and I have never given a terrible gift in the history of Billy.
All right. I am also a great gift giver. I'll brag about that as well. I'm very personalized. I'm a listener. I take it in all year long of things people want, they like. And distribute that accordingly. But I'm going to say, speaking for me and my wife on this one, we both agree, one of the worst things we ever gave to our kids was a discounted Christmas. So what happened was, it was when we were young and broke as a married couple with young kids, there was like, I think it was like March or something. We were at Target and there was like an aisle where they had all these toys for like 70, 80% off. I mean, cheap stuff, but there was no rhyme or reason to any of it. Nothing people had ever asked for. I mean, like the most bizarre, weird games and stuff. And we bought all that stuff there. So we did buy ahead that year and we gave that for Christmas. So, we usually recorded all of our Christmases on video, and we have that year where they're opening up stuff. And they're like, shoot 'em target game where you knock down ducks off a wall. And I remember in that same video, Leslie's trying to hype up the gifts too. She's like, you could do amazing things with this one doll, Lauren, and blah blah blah. And it really they were even confused, like what is this stuff? So we were we gave the worst gifts ever that year because it made no sense, but we could afford it. So
yeah, it's the thought that counts, right?
Absolutely. All right, next big topic of Christmas, and this is a big thing for families, parents, everybody.
Yes.
It's this little gentleman known as Elf on the Shelf. Do
That's
you, as a family, partake in Elf on the Shelf? How does it work for you guys?
Absolutely not.
And the crowd goes wild.
Absolutely not. We do not allow Santa to send that elf to this house. He knows, because Elf on the Shelf, they're supposed to report to Santa.
Yeah.
Thankfully, our girls, we are very blessed. They are sweethearts, and so I tell them, we don't need an elf. You're so good. Santa knows already. So I asked Santa not to send any elves here because of all the mischief that they do cause.
Yeah.
And the mischief to the parents. I don't want them here.
Yeah.
And they're cool with it.
It's a really good point.
And Chloe's like, I'm getting an elf from school. I'm like, well, he's just gonna be chilling.
Yep, he won't be moving that much.
We don't need no magic elves here to report back to Santa. Santa already knows. Me and him had this conversation. But yeah, I love, because you're not supposed to touch the elves at all.
Yeah,
like that's one of the rules. And I love watching those videos like on TikTok, like where the little baby toddler just grabs the elf, and then like the two like older kids are absolutely losing their mind, thinking, "Oh no, this elf has to go back to the North Pole because this little baby grabbed it." And then the parents are like, "No, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. Calm down, it's fine." And then there was this other one where he came a little early. He was hiding in the Christmas tree box. And when Dad opened it up, he's like, "Oh, snap." And it's like the day after it's like they're putting up the tree early. And the little kid's like, the elf is here. Hooray. The mischief started early for that family, and Dad did not like it. But no, we don't do that.
Yeah. I'll echo that. We don't partake in the elf. I think since they get into so much mischief, like they need an elf watching them and reporting back to Santa. Like,
exactly.
This dude just trashed that house last night, and there's marshmallows all over the floor and hot chocolate all over the place. Like, who's watching the elves? Who's watching?
Daddy don't got time for that. Yeah,
that's right.
Daddy don't got time for no elf on the shelf. And so, but no, they're cool with it. But yeah, that's how the Parchment family rolls. Santa,
I like it.
We had this conversation. But hey, so tell me a little bit about your Christmas morning routine.
Okay.
What do y'all do on Christmas morning?
Christmas morning, I kind of discuss what we do on Christmas Eve. Talk about how when the feet hit the floor, right? And when they're allowed to come wake us up and say it's time to go downstairs. So the night before and the day before, Lauren and I are always the Christmas casserole makers. We make a nice breakfast casserole, and you got to let it set up overnight in the refrigerator. So we spend time, crumbling all the bacon and the sausage and cheese and eggs and hash browns, all the stuff. So we have that set. The night before, I also make the coffee, so it's ready to go first thing in the morning because, parents need coffee in the morning. We're tired. We got a lot of work to do. It's going to be a big day ahead. So that's always ready to go Christmas morning. So we have the kids sit at the top of our stairs, and we always take a picture. Then we go down, myself or my wife will go down, look into the front room and say, Santa came. You could clearly see that there were gifts were there, and it was time to start Christmas. At that point, we kind of tear the kids loose, and they run down the stairs, head into the main room where all the gifts and stockings are. So what we do first is kids go through their stockings. It's an instant. They kind of like on the count of three, just kind of empty them and just dump them everywhere, kind of like you do on Halloween with your candy.
Sure.
That's what they kind of do. They kind of go through all the fun stuff they get in their stockings. Leslie and I will open ours again with the family, and we go through there. And then we pop in that breakfast casserole into the oven.
Sounds
so we let that bad boy, as the oven's heated up, get in it, start cooking. And then we start opening presents. So we do that. We do that until the timer goes off for the breakfast casserole.
Mm-hmm.
We stop what we're doing, and we turn on Christmas Story on TV. Cut up a piece of the beautiful casserole, and we eat that. When we're done eating, then we turn the TV back off and take the time to do the Christmas presents. Now, our kids are a little bit older now. They're adults.
Mm-hmm.
They have a little bit more patience for it. When they were little, they were ripping through the presents pretty quickly. And you can see me on every video every year go, guys, slow down.
Slow down.
Because, as the parent, you're like, this took a long time, to coordinate. And
let's make this last longer than 5 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So our Christmas nows have got so slow to the point where even I'm like, maybe we should go a little bit quicker. But just taking it all that time. And so that's pretty much what we do. Wake up, coffee, casserole, presents, Christmas Story, more presents. And when it's all done, Christmas Story comes back on. And usually we then have a couple hours before we get ready and we head over to Leslie's parents' house where we have our big Christmas meal together and things like that. What about you guys?
For us, we kind of do, we do cinnamon rolls. We make cinnamon rolls. That's kind of like a Thanksgiving / Christmas. But first, 8 and 5-year-olds, they're going straight to we're doing the show. And thankfully, Michelle's mom always comes down for Christmas because we want them to be here at the house so that they can, have those Christmas memories here at their home. And so she comes down. And so thankfully, like when they go to bed, she goes to bed with them. Like they sleep with her the night before Christmas. And so that way we don't have like little peekers because one Easter, Miss Chloe Bell, she came down and did Easter all by herself. She found every single egg that the Easter bunny hid, every single egg before her little sister even woke up. And she had her own little Easter. And we came out and we're like, what the heck? And so we had to go and re-hide all the Easter eggs. So
my
her
goodness.
little sister could have it. So thankfully her mom is with us. And so she can, keep them in there until it's time.
She's like my version of the baby gate. She locks them in so nobody's getting out.
Yes, because Christmas is a whole nother level than Easter. So we do the presents.
Yeah.
And then we do the cinnamon rolls. And then we they always wear matching pajamas. And I've never been able to partake in that. Just because, I'm a bigger guy and it's kind of been harder. So I'm thinking maybe this year, and if not this year, maybe next year for sure. So, I'll talk about this on a later awesome podcast, but, I'm down like almost 120 pounds. And so,
you are.
I'm getting where I can, I'm getting to where I can actually wear matching pajamas, the things that actually can come in my size that actually has matching things for the little ones. So I'm excited about that. That's like a little personal, victory goal there, just to wear matching pajamas so I can partake in that. But we also watch the Disney Christmas Day parade as well. Love that, and see all the singers in front of the Magic Kingdom and Disneyland and all around. So we like to watch that and just kind of chill and
just taking the day.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, because as a dad, I know how this is, but I absolutely love every year on Christmas Eve, your wife posts, she does a certain post every single year. I'll let you
knew you were going to go there.
Yeah. So tell our listeners kind of what this post entails, because I look forward to it every single year. Leslie posted it.
Well, my daughter had requested a Barbie dream house type situation thing for Christmas.
Yep.
Big Barbie house. I don't even know if it was for Barbies, but it was a massive house. We got it, and I never looked at it twice until Christmas Eve. and I'm going to tell you guys, I don't say it with shame, is I am not mechanically inclined. I can't really build any. I can't just see stuff and be like, that goes there,
right,
kind of thing. I have to read like every direction. There was a time actually I had to call a hotline one time when I was building an entertainment center, and the people called, answer like, hello, like no one ever calls this hotline. Like I'm that bad at building things. So anyhow, that night, Leslie and I were down here in the basement, and we opened it up, and when I tell you, that had just a tons of big pieces. but every little piece of furniture and every little thing was all wrapped individually in styrofoam. So I'm unwrapping these thinking, oh my God, how many pieces are there to this thing? We started on that thing, and at about 2:30, or I think about 2:30 in the morning, I had put the wall on backwards for like the fourth time. Nothing was right, and I laid there on the ground. So the picture is of me laying on my back with my hands over my head, just in pure exhaustion, being defeated. I can't do it anymore. And then above it is a cat scratching post with our cat just staring down at me like, what is wrong with you? And every time I see it, it invokes like the most awful feeling of failure, desperation. I mean, I was thinking, who can I call? I will pay someone like $500 to come over right now and help me put this thing together. I can't do it anymore. I mean, Leslie's no better. The clock is ticking, right? So you're thinking Christmas is coming. I have this little sleep I'm gonna have. This thing's not remotely together.
Yep.
Whew. Oh man, my heart is racing right now talking about that story.
I love that post. I look forward to it every single year, and so
everybody does. I mean,
maybe we'll get that picture. We'll post it on Christmas on our socials so y'all can see it.
Oh my gosh,
Christmas gift!
And it's not a joke. Like when you see that photo, it was real pain I was going through. I couldn't do it anymore. But somehow we made it, and it was there for Christmas morning.
That's
and,
beautiful. As a dad, I can sympathize because I've put multiple of those houses together, and so it is pure just torture.
I've had people tag me on social media and be like, Tim, I did it the smart way and I got it pre-assembled. I'm like, how nice for you that yours is pre-assembled.
It's so nice.
I should have known better when the box that was sitting in was massive. I'm like, oh,
right.
In my head, I'm praying, please God, let it be like halfway assembled inside. Well,
nope.
God listens to all prayers, but doesn't answer them all, and that was not answered that night.
Yep, you got the stickers as well, and like you can't screw up the stickers, and you got to get it on straight. Can't have like a crooked window sticker.
I am going through physical pain right now. Seriously, like my nervous system is all like lit up in my head, and I'm feeling it. So
I love it.
We got to wrap this thing up before I faint from that question.
Yeah, I was just saying, let's just end it with probably the best question out of the bunch. Would you like to?
I'm going to ask you first, sir.
Okay, yeah.
Are you ready for it?
I'm ready for it, sir. Come on.
All right. So after all the things we talked about today, a lot of serious, funny things, good memories, food, all this stuff, what it comes down to is, what does Christmas mean to you?
Yes.
This time of year? I mean, it only comes one time a year, but what does Christmas mean to you?
Yeah. I mean, that's a beautiful question. And I think the answer is in the name, Christ. And so we love Santa Claus, and we love the magic of the season. But, we do make sure our girls know, hey, this is a birthday party.
Yes.
This is a birthday party. And, we're going to celebrate Jesus today and his birthday. And so, we do have a birthday cake. We also, I didn't mention that earlier, we do have a birthday cake for him. We sing happy birthday. But, it's an amazing time. That's just, if you know the reason for the season or what, I know that rhymes or whatever.
Right.
Jesus brings the family together. And, for us, it's, the spending time with our family and just celebrating him. And
yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the same thing, right? It's the food, it's the gifts, it's the fun, it's the community, it's the family. I feel like Christmas is less of a word and more of a feeling, right?
Sure.
It feels like at Christmas time, anything is possible, right? There's that magic in the air with that. And I think even within your own family, what you believe and stuff like that, but just even out with other people. Yeah, you run into some grumpy people, but overall people are in a decent mood, happy mood, a mood of hope and thinking about being with family and those kind of things. But the most important thing is, Jesus Christ is the reason for the season. He's the whole thing. And ever since I was a little child, growing up, every single morning we'd sing happy birthday to Jesus before we'd open any gifts.
Yeah.
Oh, and we still do. We've done it with our kids since they grow up, and they're going to be doing it again this year. So So we do pay attention to that first and foremost before the gifts and the things come. But again, it's just all about that family.
Yes.
It's the smell of the cookies that takes you back to a memory or a feeling and a time with maybe when you were a kid or even with your kids now if you have them. And it's just hard to beat this time of year. It's just really hard to beat this time of year. It's a feeling of hope and celebration.
Absolutely. And we don't take that lightly. And I know that there are folks that, that might not believe, and that's fine. And there's hard years in like those first years, like when you lose a loved one. We understand that. We felt that ourselves, just the first Christmas after I lost my dad. It was really hard. And we do want to honor and, acknowledge that, it is a hard time for a lot of people too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But we also want to, celebrate the meaning of the season. So
what it means to us. Yeah,
exactly. What it means to us. And, but yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
Well, this was a great podcast. I had a lot of fun hearing your answers to these questions. Like Billy and I both had the questions ahead of time, but we would not tell each other any of our answers.
No.
So we saved it all for this. So it was good to hear a lot of your answers, your stories. I love sharing mine with you and with all our listeners. And we hope you guys, when you listen to this, that you're almost ready for Christmas. Maybe you're listening to it on Christmas. So we want to say happy holidays to you. Merry Christmas, wherever if you're not celebrating. Just hope, like I said, happy holidays, good time of the year with your families.
Absolutely.
And, we'd like to end this podcast with a cheers. And Billy, do you want to tell them what we're drinking for our cheers?
Okay. Well, we had mentioned on the last podcast that we were going to bring something a little special. And, so here we go. This is 1,200 years in the making. It's not too hot. It has extra chocolate. And it's shaken, not stirred. Now, it's very important. Hey, don't shake hot liquids, y'all.
No.
Just make sure that you shake the cold chocolate and then enter it into the hot chocolate. Because if you put hot chocolate and shake it, it's going to explode.
Wait, are we back to our Pop Rocks conversation again?
Exactly. So we don't want to scald you. So shake that cold milk and enter it into the hot.
We want to say thank you, Judy.
Thank you, Judy the elf, for your 1,200 years of perfection of the hot cocoa.
I'll drink to that. Cheers, my friends.
Cheers, buddy. It's been sitting here the whole time, man. It's not so hot anymore.
Mine's actually cold water. So, sorry, the illusion's gone.
Oh, man. Shoot. But it is good. It is really chocolatey.
Yeah, the recipe we'll put on our social media for Judy's hot chocolate. There's a lot of steps, so be ready. Be ready.
Yeah, it's a detailed. It's good though. It's worth it. Just put some heart in it and just
it tastes just
celebrate
like
the Santa Claus
in your mouth. Yeah. Oh my gosh! So this is our final full podcast for the year. Can you believe that?
I know. But we are going to come with a couple of mini-sodes after Christmas and after the New Year. And our first full-fledged episode will be on January 9th. And let me tell you, it is one that I have been looking forward to. Probably more so than any episode so far. And so just hold on. January 9th, write it down. That one's going to be pretty epic.
Some stories to tell.
Yep.
All good things though. So
yeah, absolutely.
Good things to look forward to. But thank you guys so much. Our downloads have increased insane amount, and every time Billy and I share the stats back and forth, we're always so pumped up about seeing how many people have downloaded the podcast and shared it with other people. It just makes us so happy. We got a great compliment on YouTube the other day. Billy sent me a screenshot. I can feel his excitement. So do you guys don't have any idea these little comments and things that you do and say and share?
The world. They mean the world to us. And they make our day. So we love to build a community. Hey, just if you see a video, not only like it, but just leave a comment. Let us know what you think. Let's start a discussion. We want to, interact with y'all and we want to thank y'all for listening and
So we want to be part of your world. So another way you can be part of ours, if you can go to iTunes or Apple Podcast and leave a 5-star and written review again, because that helps us get in front of more people, which is happening. We've had some reviews come in. We appreciate those. And now we're having more listeners. But it's less about what we can get out of it and what more that we can bring to you. And I know what podcasts do to me in my life and how they make me laugh, and they're there for me in times of where I just need a little bit of alone time to make me feel good or whatever. So we hope we do that for you as well.
Absolutely.
Place where you can come laugh, learn about crazy stuff, and watch me and Billy dress up as Santa Claus for all our ho-ho-hos out there in the house.
All the hoes.
So, please follow us along on all our social media. We're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube. We've got it all for you. And like we say every single time, thank you so much for joining us for another amazing episode of All the Everything Podcast. We want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas, and we will see you back with full episodes in the new year.
Merry Christmas, y'all.